There are some Nollywood actors you meet on screen and immediately ask yourself, wait a minute, who is this guy? Oh my God. And somehow, before you could even realize it, you have seen him in another movie, then another one, then another one. And before long, the face that once looked unfamiliar suddenly starts looking very familiar. That is the interesting thing about Micheal Dappa. He is one of those young actors whose journey is happening right in front of us. But surprisingly, many people still don't know much about the man behind the face. So today, let's forget the usual celebrity gossip for a moment. Let's forget who is acting with. Let's forget the current movies. Let's talk about Micheal Dappa himself. Who is he? Where did he come from? How did he enter Nollywood? What was he doing before people started recognizing him? And why does this young man have people quietly paying attention? Because when you look beyond the handsome face and the tall frame, there is actually an interesting story here. Now, who is Micheal Dappa? Micheal Dappa's full name is publicly known as Micheal Sodenye Dappa. He is a Nigerian actor, model, creative personality, and he is from Opobo in Rivers State. I hope I get that correctly. If not, correct me in the comment section. According to multiple biographical sources, right, he was born on January 26, 2000, which makes him 26 years old in 2026. Now, let us pause there for a second. 26 years. Honestly, when you look at Micheal Dappa on screen, you might assume he is older because of the way he carries himself. There is a certain maturity in his appearance, and then you realize this guy is still very young. That is what makes his story interesting. He isn't an actor who has spent 3 decades building a career. He is still in the early chapters, and yet his face is already become recognizable to Nollywood audiences. Micheal Dappa hails from Opobo in Rivers State, and he is associated with the Ibani Ijaw heritage. And personally, I think this part of an actor's story is very important, we know, because sometimes when we see celebrities after they become popular, we forget that they come from somewhere. They had a childhood, they had parents, they had classmates, they had dreams that probably looked very different from the reality they are living today. Micheal Dappa's story reportedly spent part of his formative years in Abuja before pursuing as in opportunities connecting to his career right now. So his story is not simple. Micheal Dappa woke up one morning and became an actor. No, there was preparation, there was education, there was training, and there was a decision to take entertainment seriously. This is another part that I would love to talk about, the education behind the face. You understand? This part of Micheal Dappa's story that many people casually view may not even know. You understand? Many people, many casual viewers rather, may not know about this. Several biographical sources reported that he attended Nigerian Turkish International College for his earlier education and later studied theatre art at the University of Lagos. He is also reported to have received additional practical training at the High Definition Film Academy, and this is something I personally find interesting because there is a difference between someone who simply wants to become famous and someone who actually wants to understand the craft. Acting is not just standing in front of a camera and looking good. You have to understand emotions, you have to understand time, you have to understand how a character thinks. You have to know how to deliver a line without making it sound like you are memorizing it for 5 minutes. You understand? And then there is the camera itself. The camera sees everything. A tiny facial expression can change the meaning of an entire scene. So when you discover that Micheal Dappa has actually pursued theater and film training, it gives another perspective to his career. Maybe what we are seeing is not simple and a natural charm. No, maybe there is also training behind it. This is where the story even gets more interesting. Micheal Dappa? Was he born famous? Micheal Dappa reportedly began his professional acting journey around 2021, and just like almost every actor who enters Nollywood, he had to start somewhere. Nobody starts at the top. You don't walk into an industry and immediately receive the biggest role. You learn, you audition, you meet people, you make mistakes, you get small opportunities, you take them seriously, and gradually people began to notice. Some sources also describe Michael's early interest in modeling and creative activities before the around his acting career. And when you look at him, you can understand why modeling would have been part of his journey. The height, the posture, the appearance, the camera-friendly face. Michael reportedly stand around 6 feet 3 inch tall, according to several profiles. So let's be honest, that kind of height is not actually something a casting director forgets easily. But again, being tall and handsome can get you noticed. It cannot build a career by itself. So let's talk about the big breakthrough, right? Then came the breakthrough. Because for many people, the name Micheal Dappa becomes much more recognizable after his appearance in Kilboro, where he played Denzel. You understand? So that has been one of the places where people keep asking, who is this guy? Who is this guy? That is the kind of moment every young actor hope for. Just one breakthrough, and which appears to he have found at that moment, guys. Now, the reason why Micheal Dappa is standing out right now, you understand? I would say that because of his presence, because of how he carries himself, he has the tall, the leading man appearance. You understand that immediately give people a certain advantage on screen. Okay, and he plays a good roles in movies. That is why he is beginning to stand out currently. Micheal Dappa is doing well for himself. Of course, he's doing well for himself. People are beginning to get curious about his private life. Once a young, handsome actor becomes popular, you see Nigerian people, we immediately ask the most predictable question. Who is he dating? It's as in almost compulsory. You can see that, oh, people are actually trying to know if he's dating somebody, if he's in a relationship with an actor or an actress, if he's in a relationship, or if he is he single. A lot of questions have been popping up, but that is one of the things they get when they are becoming famous and popular. Okay, so every other thing still remains standby because Micheal Dappa is really growing and is doing well for himself. For now, let me pause this video here and let me ask you one question, guys. What do you think about Micheal Dappa? What do you see when you see Micheal Dappa? Do you think that Micheal Dappa definitely will last much more longer in the entertainment industry? Use your inner eye and tell me what you think. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like this video, share, comment if possible, and I'll see you guys in my next video.